Here we go again. I wonder my videos end up going so long. What did you call them? Nothing. Call them electronic, visual, audio, social media messages. You're such an idiot. You want to get on with it there? Yeah, we run the background line. For those of you who don't know show business, that means, come on, move it along. Alright, anyway, enough about that. Enough of that. Let's get to the issues at hand. Previously on In Vain Sight, we spoke that we were going to make a trio of these messages, you want to put it like that, that were to be intertwined in a certain fashion, so to speak, for certain particular reasons. And in our first of this trilogy, we discussed how Mr. Vane had an affinity for drawing throughout his life. And this episode dwells more into that in a certain respect. Now, as we pointed out, Mr. Vane never had any real aspirations as to making his drawing ability, or lack thereof, never meant it to be anything professional, shall we say. However, he obviously we've put good use to some of his artwork, as far as, showing bits in some of these messages, as well as using them as thumbnails for some of these songs posted upon Daniel Vane's actual YouTube channel. What we are going to discuss, is something that he did for Maniacal Styles. You know what? One moment. If they're going to give this to me, have this set up for me, who am I to deny them their generosity? During the first year of Maniacal Styles, Mr. Vane had the wild idea to make a comic strip, so to speak, of a fictitious Maniacal Styles, using, of course, the band members of Maniacal Styles, as well as incorporating the band members' actual personalities, as well as lyrics from songs of Maniacal Styles. And here, let me show you. Hold on. See? I know you can't see, but we're gonna get into that. Don't worry about it. He just had this inkling, this urge, this desire, this thought in his head that he just wanted to explore an idea of comic drawings. I'm not going to show you because I can't even do this right. Anyway, I was just going to explain that to you, and then that'd be it. And just tell you about the ending and how it relates to everything else as far as the trio of videos is concerned. However, staff members of In Vain Sight decided they wanted to expand upon and actually showcase the story that Mr. Vain came up with. Mr. Vain only ended up doing 6 pages of a story of Maniacal Styles. Basically, it's just the introduction of how Maniacal Styles came together and what their ultimate goal was going to be. But unfortunately, after the 6 pages, after he got done with those, to that point where he got, things happened, and he never made anything more than 6 pages. Let's get beyond that before this message gets any longer. And here you go. Maniacal Styles, the comic book. Editor. Insert comic strip video. Now.
A bright full moon shines dark upon a familiar image, walking upon a forsaken land. Death is the only destiny of life. But no longer, for on this night, moon turns red, and a new destiny emerges. Maniacal Styles, and we just came out to play. Our story begins one auspicious day in 1976. Wow! An authentic Ouija board! I'm gonna contact the other side! And contact the other side he did. Ah! I claim your soul as the name of Cryptic Slies Wicked. Now, I must seek out the souls of D-Vane and J-Dub. They will be waiting. And so, transversing time and space in Mania 6, Cryptic Slies Wicked searches for the souls of J-Dub and D-Vane, a mission which will change the destiny for all humans on Earth. August 1st, 2007. 10 miles outside the U.S. Asylum for Insane Crazy Lunatics. May I help you, sir? I have an appointment. With who, sir? Alert! All stations, alert! Level 1 security patient escape. Repeat, level 1 security patient escape. That would be him. Mr. D-Vane. We ain't stopping now. Let's go find Mr. Dub. Ready to run now, ready to go. Federal Penitentiary, June 3rd, 1927. And in these times of punishment and death, we pray for the soul of J-Dub. Save the prayers for your own souls. I'm covered. Just turn on the fucking gas. I'm just another problem that the world don't like. Blackout. Kaboom! Population count plus 1 insane. What took you motherfuckers so long? Sorry, we had to go all the way back to 1927 to pick up some asshole. The king asshole, just in case you didn't know. The rogue souls of J-Dub, D-Vane, and Cryptic Slice Wicked were now united, and Maniacal Styles was born. The possession could now begin. But the earth is big, with billions of souls to be possessed. Keep up with Maniacal Styles, Missions of Soul Possession. Somewhere in the northern Sierra Nevadas. So, what's the plan? We find the goddess, ask her to open a portal to the realm of free souls, grab the Sword of Souls, get back, start the possession. What the fuck? Anyone else seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, I see it. What the hell is it? I know it sure as fuck ain't the goddess. Maniacal Styles, you shall go no further. Holy fuck!
I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Very elementary, pedestrian, etc., etc., etc. Miss Vane really had no idea what the point of it was, what he would ever want to do with it, but he had the inkling to create that strip. And there you go. A couple things I want to point out. One, you did notice that in the strip, Sly's Wicked's name was Cryptic Sly's Wicked. Well, that was due to the fact that when Mr. Vane and Mr. Sly's Wicked met, Sly's Wicked had originally been going by the name of Cryptic. That was the name he used during when he was on a previous band. However, after a short while, Sly's Wicked discovered that there were plenty of other people using the name of Cryptic. I mean, come on, so it would be a cool name for a rapper or musician or whatever. So, Sly's Wicked wanted to change his name to Sly's Wicked. However, by the time he wanted to change the name to Sly's Wicked, he had already used the name Cryptic in a couple of songs. So, for the first, few months or so of Maniacal Styles, he was basically saying it was Cryptic Slice Wicked as a first and last name, like Daniel Vane. However, of course, eventually he just dropped the cryptic part altogether. But by the time he dropped the cryptic part altogether, the songs with the name Cryptic were already recorded, as well as this comic that Mr. Vane had done was also already created. Now, the other thing is, yes, there are a lot of lyrics and scenarios used from the songs that are put into the comic strip. I'm not going to go through which ones are which. You would have to go through the songs of Maniacal Styles. A few of them are available. There are some that aren't available yet that are incorporated into the comic. But eventually, perhaps, Mr. Vane will have them on his actual channel. Don't ask about the exile thing in connection to his channel and what he's able to do, because that's just a story that we're not getting into here. Let's get to what's important. This is one of the main connections that's going to be with the other things, other than the whole drawing thing. And that is the end of the comic. As you saw, the end of this strip comes at a large supernatural demon type being impeding the progress of maniacal styles. I'll remind you, Mr. Vane drew this comic within the first year of the creation of maniacal styles and of the group's togetherness, so to speak. Mr. Vane was not hoping that maniacal styles would end for any reason. It was just part of the story that he was developing, in which they had to confront this demon before they could move on to go to the realm of free souls and all that stuff. There's a lot to that actually ends up going to different places. As the goddess, FYI, the goddess would eventually change from the goddess. She would become actually Mania of the Mania stories. But let's get beyond that. Let's focus on the ending. And yes, as I said, Mr. Vane did not wish to see the end of Maniacal Styles. However, after he had drawn that and then he was unable to go further, we all started to realize and knew that for some reason that would eventually come to pass, that Maniacal Styles would go no further as a group. So let's see what happens next. That will be it for now. We will be back and we will discuss the third part of this whole thing, and you will understand what we're getting at with this whole thing we're doing. Don't be a minion.